Hi, welcome to Growing Dreams Homestead. I'm Dana and my family and I are homesteading on 10 acres in Indiana. It is a zone 6A. Today is July 3rd and it is already pretty warm this morning. It's going to get hot today and then we're supposed to get some rain this evening, which will be good. I have the drip currently running in the greenhouse and I've already ran it on my flower beds up front because stuff was looking pretty dry. But the garden is looking really good. I thought I'd take you on a little garden tour, show you how things are growing right now, and get some ideas of all the things that I need to accomplish down here because it's that time of the season where things change almost daily with growth and weeds and stuff you need to do. So here is my garden on July 3rd. So starting out here at the front, everything is looking lovely. I did get all my garlic out and I have planted some zinnias, cosmos, borage, and calendula in there, so they should be coming up. There's a few little seedlings I can see, but hopefully that'll be just pretty full of flowers here soon. The calendula will bloom through frost, so that'll be nice. My morning glories are climbing and we got some flowers on there. It'll probably cover that arch here in the next couple weeks. My onions are going to seed, which is fine. I like them to seed in here with the strawberries, and we have some more strawberries coming on, so that's awesome. Everything's looking good. Down the side where all my pollinator plants are, I think it just looks so pretty. I know I probably need to move that yarrow out, but I love the way it just dances in the wind. It looks so gorgeous down my garden fence. Alright, in the garden the potatoes are starting to die back and you can start to see all the weeds that are in there, but here in a couple weeks I'll be digging those out so we can get all of those weeds out. My calendula is blooming and it is so beautiful, and it is kind of just sprinkled throughout the garden. You can see all the little blooms. The potatoes on this side are also starting to die back. We got some marigolds starting to bloom, and then there's some cosmos over there, some orange cosmos. But I'm excited to see how many potatoes we got this year. The lettuce is starting to bolt. It's been hot. The spinach bolted a while ago, so the onions are doing really well. It won't be long before they're ready. I'll show you this one over here that's right on the edge. I mean, let's see, look at that guy. It looks really good. I mean, that's a good size bulb. So all the onions in here, there's another one, are doing really well. I'll probably pull some of this lettuce and feed to the chickens, but a lot of it I'm going to let go to seed and hopefully it'll reseed in there for fall. Okay, our kale is getting really big and it keeps pushing up my net, and I have pulled a couple of the little white moths out of here, so I had to pull that back down. I have harvested a cabbage. There's more cabbage that are looking great, and then I have some that I planted from seed looking good too. That will be, more towards the fall time, but I'm really happy with this insect netting so far. Alright, this bed is kind of a hot mess, but that's okay. I have my zucchini in here, and I've already picked a couple zucchini. There's some nasturtium and then yellow squash. There's a ton of purslane in here. It's technically, I guess, a weed, but it is edible and it is a pretty good ground cover. Helps keep the soil cool and it doesn't bother me. Radishes down here, and of course there's a few potatoes in here that we missed last season. Okay, our turnips, I've pulled some of them and put them in dinner and things. They're doing well. There's some black beans sown in there which will need to go until they're dry, so that's fine. Carrots are looking good. I put a bunch of wood ash on them last week because I was seeing some carrot fly, and they will damage your carrots, so put some ash on there. It's rained since then, so it's gone. I'm probably gonna have to sprinkle it again, but they look really good and healthy. Here are my peppers. Now my peppers are not huge, but they look nice and healthy with the onions there in the middle of the bed. I did get some more copper think I'm going to make some more electroculture antennas to put in the pepper beds. And these are jalapenos down on this end. Got some flowers in there, but not a whole lot of fruit on the peppers yet. That's okay. They take a little while to get going. And these are my Hungarian hot wax peppers with onions mixed in there. Now in my cages, my tomatoes are really starting to get big. They're almost as tall as me. These are my big heirloom slicer tomatoes, and you can see in there there's quite a few growing. Got some over here, so excited to see tomatoes. All right, in my Florida weave, these are the Jersey Devil down on this end, and they have more of that pointed bottom on them. These are smaller, as you can tell, than the San Mazzaros that are next to them. The plants are. I need to add some more string. That's going to be on my list of to-do. Here's some San Mazzaros. They are looking wonderful. I'm really happy with, I mean, they're just tall and bushy. Then over here are all my Romas, and they got lots of fruit on them as well. So that's super exciting. But I do need to come down with string and get all these tomatoes another layer of support. My cherry tomatoes all on this trellis are doing really good. They are taller than me, and they are, like you can see, up over the trellis, and they have fruit on them. Nothing has turned yet, but I am so ready to eat some tomatoes. I can't wait. We got basil down here in the bottom, and that looks really good. We got a layer of sunflowers right behind them, which are getting really tall, probably 8 feet now. And I have some along this fence too that were volunteers, and they're blooming, and they just look so pretty. So my corn behind here is tasseling, which is exciting. I love sweet corn. I'm gonna go to the other side. So it got knocked down in a storm last week, but it's all really starting to stand back up on its own. I try not to bother it. We had one year where our corn kind of got flattened, and we tried to help it, and really when we tried to help it, I think we hurt it more than anything. So and then all the volunteer tomatoes, I mean, they are just everywhere through here. I may end up pulling some out, but for now they're still hanging out in the corn. All right, we have our trellis, and our green beans have reached the top, and they are flowering and making beans and looking so good. I love this little shady spot in here. Like, there's some green beans hanging. And then we have our cucumbers on this side, which are starting to climb as well. And there are some little baby cucumbers in here that I saw the other day. Let's see if I can, like, there's, you know, so that's exciting. All right, and over here we have some more zucchini and pumpkins, and this is really weedy, y'all. I need to really come back here and do some work. But there are zucchini and squash and pumpkins in here growing with my other patch of sweet corn, which is also tasseling and looking lovely. And then there's beans interplanted in there, so it's kind of a modified Three Sisters. I didn't have the beans like right in the rows with them because I've tried that before and it just became like a huge mess. So I kind of just wanted them all in the same block, but not actually, you know, growing all in one big clump, if that makes sense, where they're all growing mixed together. So the garden is looking lovely. We'll go take a look at the greenhouse. I'm gonna pop in a little video of our mama chick with her babies.
Had a mama hen hatch out some chicks about a week ago, and
She is out with them and enjoying the flock, and she is pretty protective and they seem to be doing well. Alright, y'all, I just love mama chicks with their babies. They are so sweet and they teach them so much. We have had lots of chicks from, the store, and ones we've hatched in an incubator and raised in a brooder. And by far the sweetest and smartest chicks are ones that are raised by a mama, because she will teach them to scratch and peck and dust bath and everything. They're only like a week old and they're out there doing all the things with all the rest of the flock, so that's really cool. Alright. We are at the greenhouse. So my sage I moved outside is bouncing back and getting some leaves on it. It looked really rough for a little while, but it had to be moved, so it is what it is. We got some trees here. I think we're gonna just plant them somewhere. Alright, in the greenhouse. So my rosemary is looking great. I have you can see here, my blueberries. We really need to get them planted out. There's 4 of them, but it has been so hot and has not been raining, and I do not want to give them any stress. Got some cabbages in here, and of course the little white moths have found them. Those things, I mean, they look pretty flying around, but they can destroy your brassicas. But we're gonna leave them and let them go, because I got some good sized heads forming. That was what was left of the broccoli that I didn't pull. And guys, it smells so good in here. That rosemary, oh my goodness. Then our kale is like huge. Oh my goodness, look at it. And all of my cilantro has went to seed and is starting to dry. We have one of the dwarf tomatoes here in the cage, and it is doing really well, and it is a lot bigger than the other 2. The other 2 are over here. They're doing good, but not as good as that one. So I may, next year, keep in mind to maybe plant them on that south side. And then we have 2 peppers doing well, and my beautiful snapdragon. So a couple weeks ago we pulled our garlic and I brought it in here, and it's really starting to get dried out. Like this one's done. I can feel the neck there's not any moisture left in there, but the thicker ones take a little bit longer, but that's about ready to trim and bring in. And then I had a couple onions as well, and same thing with them, just check the neck till it's really thin and papery. They're not ready, and then they're ready for storage, so it'll be a little bit longer on that, and then I'll be able to bring that inside. It is warm in here. Let's see what the temperature is though. It's over 90 right now, and it has the shade cloth on, so that is warm. Let me get out of here, get in the shade. Alright, I'm under the shade of my huge sycamore tree. Look at her, isn't she gorgeous? This is one of my favorite little spots. I love this tree so much. Everything is looking really good. I just really need to keep up on weeding and keeping my tomatoes and things supported. It's that time of year where it really kicks into high gear with all the heat. So hopefully we'll get that rain this evening and everything will just continue to grow and do really well. The flower garden is looking good. I'll probably do a flower garden tour pretty soon. We have a ton of ripe peaches I'll be picking this week for a farmer's market on Saturday. So lots of exciting things happening on the homestead. Thanks for checking out my garden, and I will see you soon. Bye.